Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Secrets of Cats. Uh, this is we're using Fate Core, which is sort of uh, a very simple and straightforward system that focuses on uh, uh, character interaction and role play over mechanics for the most part. Um, Let me see. Joining, joining us today is Olive playing Thoth Kitty, Mark playing Judas, I'm playing Dibby. We're all playing cats, and Hasayona, our illustrious GM. Uh, Let me see. I think this is probably uh, either the last session of this or the penultimate. Um, I think we're gonna work that out like right after the stream, um, and I think that's it. I'll go ahead and turn it over to you, Hasa.
Yeah, I think this will be our last session of Secret of Cats. I think after this we'll be either playing Wild Blue or Pirates and Demons, depending on Eldith, and whether she thinks she'll be busy or have time to participate or not. Next week, actually, I won't be here.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll be in Iceland.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's
Going to be amazing and maybe a little bit cold too. So yeah, we are missing Dimi for now. He's having internet troubles. You know, because tech is always so cooperative.
Yes.
He might show up later. We don't know that.
Speaking of tech issues, Dibby, you're not showing up on
Yes.
camera here.
Yeah. So I am showing up on stream, uh, but it's the same old uh, ongoing tech problem of the my camera only either works for the stream or for Roll20, but not both at the same time. It only can go to one source. And,
He's trying to say is that his camera can't multitask.
yes, yes.
Um.
Through my tied tongue.
So today we are going to follow the story of Dibby. And that will be our last short story.
Yay, Dibby!
And I'm going to try to compel more. I'm pretty bad at that. So I'm gonna try and throw the compels out left and right. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas for how I can compel easier or more often? Because the main problem I have is I just forget what the aspects are, and like I just can't think on my feet basically.
Oh.
Which is, I guess, inconvenient for a game master.
Yeah.
Hello, kitty.
Just having copies of the characters open with the aspects sort of front and center uh, might be helpful.
Okay, well, what I did right now is I wrote them down in a list and then I made a print screen of that. And
Oh, okay.
I pasted that in the GM layer of Roll20.
Can you explain a little bit about compel, please?
Sure.
For those of us completely not up on the rules.
So, you have these aspects, right? Yours is, for instance, one of yours is Elder Peaceful Seeker. Now, there's two ways that those could be used. You can invoke them yourself, That means that if you wrote something, maybe you tried to rapport with somebody, but it just didn't go well enough, then you can say, well, I'm very peaceful and I really want to keep the peace here and I know how to keep the peace. So I might be a little better at that. And then you can spend a fate point and you get a +2 to that roll, or you can re-roll it. So that's called an invoke. Compel is
Okay.
basically the opposite. So let's say there's a little kitten and it's standing in your way and it's not letting you pass the bridge. Then I may say, well, because you're a peaceful seeker, you would try to negotiate a something with this kitten rather than just dash past it, even though you easily could because it's just a small kitten. And then you get a fate point from me, and then you basically it's basically when I use your aspects against you to get you in trouble, but I give you fate points in return.
Okay, and how do we know how many fate points we have?
So at the beginning of the session, you start with a number that's called your refresh. Probably 3 for you guys, but let me check. Oh, it doesn't say so. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 stunts because the overcome was something that wasn't really a stunt. So then you have 4 refresh. So you start with 4 fate points at the beginning of the session, except if you had more than 4 left over from last session. And then you can spend those to invoke and get those when I compel you. So then I'll tell you like, oh, well, I take a fate point. And then you can increase your fate points. At the top of your character sheet, you can see that I added your fate points in your refresh there.
Okay, I see my refresh and I don't have any fate points then.
You don't?
Oh, okay. So it should be equal to your refresh at the start of a session.
Yeah, I thought I added a number in, but
Okay, now it's there.
okay, good. More questions? Suggestions? Then let's start.
Okay.
So, since we haven't seen Anna that much in play before, Brad, will you tell us a little about Anna and yourself and your relationship?
Okay.
Just a little, like, short introduction.
Sure. So she is a homeless teenager about 16 years old, and she escaped from a very sort of scary and dangerous foster care situation. She has long brown hair, perpetually disheveled, but she let me see. Uh, uh, but for someone in such a dire situation, she's fairly together, uh, but still the and definitely like sort of sweet and sentimental. Um, um, but just kind of has her her own way of doing things and is sort of set in them and she's very independent. So the idea of like taking help from strangers is not one that she uh, normally adopt right away, just because she's had some very bad experiences and is cautious as well.
She seems like a sweet girl.
Yeah.
Would be a shame if something were to happen to her.
Yeah, that would be awful.
It would be awful.
Yeah.
It's
a good thing that she has a
fate point that might make it a little more compelling. Wow. Do you accept the compel?
Sure. I mean, luckily she has a very loving shaper and protector to try and look out for her.
Yes. Yes. Well, she is your burden after all.
And mommy.
That too. So what happens is two burdens show up in her alley. They're both wearing the same blue clothes, and they roughly tell her, "Come with us, Missy," and grab her by the arm, lead her away.
Well,
by the time you've rounded a corner, they've stepped into one of these fast-moving, scary things, and are now moving away at high speed.
oh no. Well, I'll try and give chase. These things are very fast, but I've got to try.
Sure, go ahead. That's athletics.
Okay.
And if anybody else, I don't know, Thuskady, Judas, are you guys maybe perhaps in the neighborhood?
I don't know. It's probably not if it's just somewhere in the city. Yeah. Probably
The
not.
thing with Fate is that it can conveniently show up, so I'm fine with you guys like being around for the start of the session. Maybe Dibby runs into you, or she runs around the corner. Like maybe the fast moving thing moves into your area while Dibby is chasing it. No, Dibby, that is not even close.
Okay.
By the time you're even halfway down the street, the thing has already disappeared around another corner.
Okay.
So I would say that Thoth Kitty is probably in the area looking for baby kittens that need rescuing that he can take back to his burdens.
Okay. Would you say that this is maybe an area where more homeless people live, with maybe stray cats as well?
Yeah, quite possibly.
Okay.
Um,
So, Soft Kitty, you notice that as you're talking to a kitten, trying to convince him that he should come home with you, you see a burden, and this burden is being led away by people in blue clothes.
Is it a young burden?
No, this one is older.
Well, that's not good because I know that the people in the blue clothes take when people in the blue clothes take kitties or dogs or people away, they put them in cages. And that's not good. Cages are bad. Thoth Kitty hates cages.
Judas, what are you doing? What happens? Do you see the fast thing drive by, or are you also
I'm
in the
probably at
neighborhood?
the church, so if it drives by, then it's probably just another car or thing driving by. But I might see Dippy running behind it, so.
Yeah,
I
Sure.
might just check out what's up.
Yeah, I mean, you would hear her wailing. I mean, she's running full out and just crying like the world has ended.
So Dibby basically almost overruns you, Judas. Wailing like a cat can do.
Do I see Dibby chasing the blue people wailing?
You don't see her, but you definitely hear her. And you
Well,
can easily follow the sound to find her.
Well, I feel like I would recognize her voice, so
Yeah.
I would tell the little kitten, please go here, go here. You don't want to be taken away by the blue people, and then go towards Dibby's wailing.
The kitten looks like at you with these big scared eyes and runs under like a cardboard box.
It's like herding cats.
Okay, we'll get back to him.
So, Judas, what do you do now that Dibby has ran into you?
But did she run over me? So I just lie there and or what happens exactly?
She was trying to run past you, but she, like, just her side like brushed past you. You can feel like the burn marks of Dibby running past you.
Do I smell fish or something like that?
No fish, just a wailing Dibby.
Strange. That would be normally the reason why she
In
was
fact,
running.
it's particularly strange that the very polite and kind Dibby now like just brushes past you and is making so much noise and instead of like frivolously walking and greeting you.
Okay, keeps running.
Do you keep running, Dibby?
Yeah. I've got to. I'm not going to be able to catch this thing, but I keep trying.
Yeah.
But I might say, help!
Okay, if that's the case, then I'll just go try to chase Libby because
Goth Kitty is
I need
following
to
Dibby
know
going.
what's happening. So I can help.
Okay. So if I see you following, I'll explain. The blue people stole my mommy.
By the way, it's very uncommon to refer to your burden as mummy.
Yes.
Usually, what is referred to as mummy would be a cat, because burdens are just burdens. They don't deserve a name that nice.
Dibby is special that way.
Yes.
Dibby, what is it? You're wailing.
I'll repeat. The blue people stole my mommy.
Not the blue people. The blue people are bad.
Wait, what does your mommy look like?
You might have seen her occasionally. She got food from the church sometimes.
Yeah, but I probably don't know that the mummy is the burden, right?
True.
She has really long brown fur on top. Uh, most days the rest of her is in this sort of green stuff with this pattern on it, and the blue people have her. She's just this way. Well, I don't know. I don't know where the fast thing went.
I never heard of someone looking like that.
Yeah. Green cat.
Where where can I find the blue people? I have to get her back.
Does one of you know anything about the blue people?
They
Could be
were.
contacts or lore.
I just know they were with my burden when all the stuff happened.
Yeah. You've been to the place where the blue people are before, actually, Judas.
Oh,
I know
so
that
yeah,
because I was going to compel you with it later.
they're just going
I
to.
just rolled lore.
Okay.
They'll just lead the way. Wait.
Yeah, sure. Both of you know the way to the blue people.
Okay, that's cool. Then let's go.
As you trudge through gardens, and you get very, very close to the area where the blue people are. It's just one garden away. You hear a hiss, and somebody asks, "Who stepped on my territory?"
Me. It was me all along. But I don't have time. I need to get somewhere.
A green snake steps out and bares its fangs at you.
So I should dodge probably.
Well, that depends. Are you going to move forward?
Basically, is hey, I just want to get past you. I don't want to stay in your territory. All cool.
Yeah,
It sounds like you're trying to rapport.
Okay.
Jimmy will be so sad that he missed this beautiful chance.
Yeah, that went pretty well, I guess.
Oh, but you needed to beat a superb roll. A 5. I also figured out that I've been doing the names wrong because I always thought 5 was epic, but 5 is superb. Apparently.
So normally Dibby would help, but she's kind of agitated. So right now she's just saying, uh, we don't have time for this stupid territory thing. We have to find mommy. Get out of the way.
How about Tuskegee?
There, Dibby, we'll get through this. And then I turned to the snake and can't you see she's upset? This is far more crucial than territorial issues. We mean no harm. We're just passing through.
We come in peace.
So it sounds like you're trying to rapport as well. So roll for the F plus is your rapport 3.
I mistyped.
Was it a comma?
No, question mark.
It works.
Yeah. Huh. Who knew?
So
And that is superb.
it is superb. So that means that both results are superb. So that means you get a partial success. So the snake calms down, but he's not ready to let you through yet. First, he wants to know what's going on. Why do you need to rush through my territory?
Someone get kidnapped. Pun intended.
Yeah, and
Kidnapped? What is that? Who?
well, but
Someone of us was taken away without permission. We need to save her.
One of you? But you're all here. How can you be kidnapped?
no, my mommy was well, she was taken. She's not a kitten by the blue people. We have to save her right now.
Well, of course your mummy is not a kitten, else she wouldn't be a mummy. Snake looks at you as if you're stupid.
I thought that would be the word for that.
It's okay, but we
Thoth,
go ahead.
Thoth Kitty cocks his head at the snake and says, she means her burden. The tall two-legged things. You know, he kind of winks.
What? It's a burden?
Well,
A
I mean,
bird? I see. And then he
technically.
gives Dibby a confused look. You don't look like a burden.
No, I'm a cat, but she's well. I mean, she's not a burden to me, but you know, yeah, she's a two-leg.
The snake scratches his head with his tail. Yeah, there seems to be something going on with the burdens. And he jabs his tail at the place of the blue people. I've seen them coming in and out all day.
Oh, you know what they're doing? Me.
I don't know, they're bringing in other burdens? Like I care.
Oh,
Yeah, we try to stop that so you get more. It gets more quiet here, so you can relax a little better.
I guess if that means that you're going to have to pass through my territory, then I'll let you.
okay. Thank you.
Snake moves aside.
You shall be blessed.
But next time, I won't be this nice.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's your territory or whatever. I mean, we don't want to intrude. It's just that we have to get past.
Alright, then let's get going.
I mean, of
like
course, we'll have to come back for
the
information
green
probably,
cat's
but
that cat, by the way.
what?
If you guys scroll down, the green cat.
Was
Oh.
you just thought we look for this cat?
Very fetching. So, as you arrive at the place of the blue people, there, just like the snake said, there's basically a general busyness with people in blue bringing in people in not blue. Many of them you recognize from your neighborhood, Dibby.
Okay. So I bet there's one of those doors, the natural enemy of cats.
As one of those beautiful, beautiful doors, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try and just run in. I mean, if they're bringing people in and open the door, I'm gonna run in.
Well, it's not just any door. The revolving door.
Oh.
Oh no, this is pure evil.
It just appears to be like whizzing by.
It's designed to catch tails.
Exactly. But sure, it's going to be a great challenge to get in.
Okay. Athletics again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you come up with something else.
Well, I'll try after this. After this fails, I'll I'll try something else probably. Yeah.
What does the place smell like?
What does it smell like?
Donuts and
It
coffee.
smells like bars, cages.
Okay. So great is that's a plus
+4.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, uh, I think that being a shaper makes it a little bit easier for me to fit in this weird rotating thing.
True. So what happens is, like, first it almost goes wrong. So you go in, and then you go round, which looks okay, but then you keep going, and then you end up back where you were. But then you do another half circle, and you manage to get through. You're a bit dizzy now, though.
Okay. Oh, always.
Thuskity. Judas.
I see this door
Soft
and
Kitty is.
I shouldn't have called you out at the same time.
go ahead.
Thuskity, go ahead.
This smells like cages and bars and misery.
Definitely misery.
I
And it
don't.
has this faint taste of that smell of the thing that humans have in bottles as well. The stuff that makes them walk strange.
I don't like this at all. This is a bad place. I don't think Dibby should be in there.
Maybe you should go rescue her. Being somebody who takes abandoned kittens under his wing might make you want to rescue Dibby after all.
Yes, that's the internal conflict Thoth is going through is he wants to rescue Dibby, but he knows about the bad place and he doesn't want to go there.
So basically what I did by referencing your aspect was I'm offering you a compel. So now you can get 1 fate point and go into rescue to try and rescue Dibby. Because you think she needs to be safe and not in that nasty place.
I
If you don't
definitely
want
feel.
that to happen, then you can pay a fate point and prevent it from happening.
Well, either way, he's going to go and try to rescue Dibby because he knows it's not a good place for her to be. So how would I go about trying to get in there? Athletics again?
If you're going to use the door, then that would be in athletics. You'd need a great result though. The same offer goes for you, by the way, Judas. You're
I'm trying to go in anyways, but I study this evil door. I was once I tried to go through it, and then it was chasing me, and that wasn't great.
Do we
Well,
see any windows?
sure, there are windows.
Open?
One of them is open on a creek, but it's too narrow uh to go through just like that. So you'd have to figure out how to widen the creek in the window a little more.
Well, cats are very good at nudging things open once they're open a little bit.
Well, I mean, you can easily jump on the windowsill and then you can try.
Okay, doing that.
It appears to be stuck.
do I
That basically just means that you need to roll to try and open it. It sounds like that would be physique. Because it's just pure strength.
He doesn't have any physique points.
Yeah, so physique just means that it's in that case it's at 0. So you just roll flat for the F. No, that's not going to do it. You would have needed at least a fair result. You kind of push at the thing, and you kind of push it a little closer and end up pushing it a little closer rather than a little more open.
Soft Kitty jumps down.
How about you, Judas? What are you
well,
up to?
if I see that there's a better path of going in, then I will take it, of course. But at the time, I try to study the door and try to get any idea how to get there past there without harming myself.
Okay, that sounds like you're trying to use your investigate to create an advantage.
Yep.
To do that. Sure, you've set up an advantage for yourself.
Okay. Then I get all my courage together and try to go through that door.
Okay, so because of the advantage, you can get a +2 once on getting through the door.
What do I have to?
That would be athletics.
Oh,
Something you're good at. Unlike last session. Well, you got a +2, but that's still not good enough to beat the great result that you needed.
It's a very evil door.
But you could probably spend a fate point because of your well, either your trouble or your secret name would both work.
uh, uh, no, I'm spending no fate point. I'll just stay in the door and get into the disaster. That's more fun.
Okay, so you I'm not sure if it's more fun because it just means you get kicked out.
Yeah, but then I can try again.
So what happens is that door, that blasted door, chases you around and around and around and around, and eventually it kicks you in the behind and you're back where you started. So take one stress, one physical stress.
Okay. Done. Okay, now that I know what's happening, do I see the open window?
Sure.
Well, I guess I'm gonna take that window now.
You can definitely try. It's easy to jump up there, but you need to nudge the window open, or break the glass if that's what you prefer.
Uh, I think it's better to not make a commotion, so I'll try to nudge it open.
Okay, that'd be physique, and you need a good result this time because Thothkity might have made things harder for you.
Oh,
Wow.
me and the
I
dice
mean,
is.
for the same reasons, you could spend a fate point to try and re-roll, although that doesn't guarantee that it will be the three you need. But with this many bad rolls, I'm sure you can't have that many more bad rolls, right?
Actually, I really like the situation. I desperately
I
trying to
want
get
to
in
get
it.
in. Let me in.
Okay.
Let's in the meantime go back to Dibby while you contemplate your next move.
Yeah.
Dibby, they're burdens, and of course one of them spots you and is like, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." Walks at you threateningly with arms outstretched.
Okay. So while trotting away from that person, I'm gonna look for Anna. Uh, and if she's not immediately obvious, I'm gonna hop up on a desk to get a better vantage.
Okay. If you just slowly trot away, this burden is definitely going to reach you before you reach any desk. So, are you trying to sneak away or run away fast, or what is it that you're trying to do?
Well, I'm trying to move. Like I'm not scampering away at full speed necessarily, but I'm trying to move faster than a human because they're
Well,
slow.
that's not very hard. But
Yeah.
go on. You're a cat, right? An average result would be enough.
Okay.
Yay! Yeah, this human, he has a little well wider than most humans, and soon you see him like he's like trying to grab you, and there's like little beads of sweat going down his face, but you just run in between his legs and jump up onto a desk, and fair enough, you see Anna in on the other side of the room.
Okay. I
There's a
will.
lot of blue people in between you and her.
Well, I'll try and make a beeline for her. Just dodging through the legs and perhaps being in the way of the blue people. But
With that many blue people, I mean, one is easy to dodge, but that many not noticing you and picking you up would require I think a great result.
Okay.
Would be sufficient.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just try. Nice like me.
So you managed to reach her, no problem. But everybody's seen you go there.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's
If if I made it to her, everything is right with the world, except that obviously it isn't. But I'll rub up against her and purr.
okay. Thothkady, in the meantime, how are you going about trying to save Dibby.
Well, did Judas have any luck with the window?
No, he actually managed to properly close it.
Wow, that is one difficult window.
It is a very treacherous window.
Okay, well, things are getting frantic now because Dibby's been there a bit. Do we see any other points of entry?
You could try investigating the building.
That might give us more luck than trying that stupid door that goes round and round.
It might. You see, you trot to the left and the right, and fair enough. In the left, you see another door. This one doesn't revolve, and two burdens are just entering. You might, you can make it in if you're quick.
Are there any shadows at all?
Yeah, there would be.
Then he's going to try to just, keep to the shadows and sneak in.
Okay, it sounds like you're trying to use your stealth.
Yes, indeed.
Do you alert Judas to the fact that there's an? Oh, you're really good at stealth. Awesome.
Yes, absolutely. I alert Judas. Because we're going to need to work together on this one because bad people, bad place.
You actually. Oh no, never mind. I thought that was your new role already, but that was your old one.
Wow.
Well, I mean, on the basis of the fact that you're,
Shadow colored? Yeah.
that you take abandoned kittens under your wing, you could spend a fate point to re-roll that.
Yeah, let's do that.
The burdens are pretty busy, so a good results. Actually, no, you can just get a +2 if you want, because a fair result would be enough.
So do I re-roll?
That's up to you. If you re-roll, there is a small chance that you screw it up, but there's also a small chance, or actually, a small chance also that you get some kind of boost from it because you succeed with style. The safe way is to say I take the +2, but the other result will probably not go wrong, but it might go really wrong or really well.
Okay, I'm going to chance it.
Okay, nice. So you did indeed succeed with style. So
be sure to-
let us both in.
yeah, sure. That's a good one. You can definitely use that as an advantage.
Be sure to mark off a fate point.
Yeah, you did use a fate point, so now you have 4 instead of 5.
3 instead of 4.
Even though you got the extra one from the compel, did you count that one?
No. So I guess I'm just even at 4 now.
Yeah. Judas, Thuskity beckons you over and sneaks the both of you into the building.
Me too?
Because he succeeded with style, so got to get some kind of extra advantage on
I
that.
was just about to summon a persona and smash that door open.
Don't worry, there's plenty of time for that. You
Brains,
two
not guns.
find yourself in the most delightful place, namely the place with the burden cages. And there is burdens like, actually no, you guys are hidden, so there's no burdens reacting to your presence. You see these metal bars, and there's burdens behind them. And there's a hallway that runs in between the burden cages, and through a glass door on the other side, you can see Gibby jumping up onto Anna's lap.
I think I know what this is. I mean, I saw cats getting. There were cats in cages, and then burdens came and looked for one and took one. So this is maybe it's a place where we can take a burden.
Maybe.
This is
Judas.
yeah.
You two are well hidden. It would be a shame if that were to change. You know, because of your secret name. You've been here before, and it weren't happy memories. So you know, you might freak out and try to escape the place. You know, as the door closes behind you, of course. Of course, making an awful racket while you're at it, attracting the attention of, you know, all the burdens in the place.
Yeah, this might be a good idea, but I think it's the best idea is if I try to just get straight out without even risking that the door is gonna smack me in again. So
What, run up and against the closed door, you mean? Or closing door?
Or I would make this door disappear. Because
you could do that. Sure.
Because it's evil anyway.
True.
So
Should we make the door between where we are and where Dibby is on the table disappear?
You could try going there or going back. That's up to you, Judas. Just as long as you make a hell of a racket.
All right, that's what happens.
So you summon a spirit, I presume.
Yeah.
And
secretary ones.
Smash, like which door do you smash? The door outwards or the glass door in between?
I will smash this revolving door. But if the other ones
the revolving door is past the glass door. So let me draw
I smash
what
both.
this looks like.
If I have to when I need to get out, then I'll just smash both of them. It's no problem.
Let me do that in black. I'll draw out what this looks like. Of course, I need to set it to black. Okay, so whatever. So this is a door.
Yeah.
This is a revolving door, which is why it's a big square.
Yeah.
This is also a door. And here are the prisons. So you guys are here.
Mm-hmm.
This is a metal door you just came through. This is a glass door. And these are the revolving doors. And here is Dibby.
So basically, if I want to save Dibby,
you're going to have to break through 2 doors.
I need to break those 2 doors. Yeah. That's what I do because Vietnam flashbacks.
Okay. So I'll let you automatically succeed at breaking this door. It's more fun that way. But if you want to succeed at also breaking the revolving door, then you'd have to actually use your stunt and roll for it in some way.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sure, no problem.
Dibby is past the revolving door as well.
Dibby is here. So she's in this corner somewhere with
That's
Anna.
what I thought.
Yeah, I guess this works.
You don't break the entire door, but you break the glass in the windows.
That's fine.
So,
As long as you can go
what
through.
do the Burdens notice? The Burdens are not very good at seeing magic. That's mainly something only young Burdens can do, and of course cats. So what the Burdens notice is just this kind of explosion or whatever it was that blows out like the glass in those two doors.
Terrorist attack.
And immediately there's panic, like Burdens running everywhere. Some of them making this annoying high-pitched sound that blows out your eardrums.
Yeah, that means I'm even more hectic than before. And also I wanna find DB to take her out too. So I'm just running through the room without any plan, basically. I don't think so that I don't think that I'm doing it, but that's basically what happens.
So, Libby, you are sitting on Anna's lap, and she is petting you, trying not to scratch your skin with the metal things that she has around her wrists, and talking to you about how you shouldn't have come here, and oh, did you miss me, and like just talking to you when basically you see Judas summon. Tell us, Judas, what did it look like? What you summoned?
This was the one I summoned before. Do you remember what it looked like?
No, I
Sort
don't.
of, but yeah. By all means, describe it again. Was it sort of like a big marionette?
I'll summon this spirit.
There we go. You had a picture. Oh, right, her. I remember.
Yeah, and she just like slams both the glass of both doors, and without much hesitation.
So,
Oh yes, not like a marionette.
while she slams the glass, like the room becomes a chaos. So there is glass everywhere. There is burdens running around, and these doors have nasty glass spikes that you need to avoid. So glass everywhere, burdens running around, and nasty glass spikes doors. So these are all location aspects, basically. So, like your own aspects, you can use those. You can invoke them, and you need to spend a fate point, and you can compel them against somebody else, or somebody can compel them against you, or invoke them against you. I guess that wouldn't be a compel.
Okay. So, the metal things on Mommy, are they sort of chaining her to the desk she's at, or are they just around her wrists?
Just chaining her hands together.
Okay. So in the confusion, I'm gonna hop down off her lap and like pull on her pant leg and uh, try and get her to come with me.
She seems like a nice girl. I think she'd need a little more convincing. Or do you think that her history would mean she'd be willing to risk escaping?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I could see it. I could definitely see it going either way. Uh, she, certainly doesn't want to be here. I would imagine, but you know, she would know in a way that Dibby would not. That uh, just sneaking out could be problematic. Down the road.
I'm gonna say that it's actually probably more realistic that she's scared of what this might lead to, and that she might risk it.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
So she'll follow you, but of course, getting her out of here is not gonna be easy.
Yeah. Let me see. So I imagine most of the blue people are heading towards the glass, or are they just kind of milling about, or what?
Some are moving into this area, making sure that the caged burdens are still caged. There's one of the other captured burdens is try to use the confusion to sneak out through these doors, and some of the blue people are following. People are like screaming and ducking on their tables because they think the world is about to end. Basically, all kinds of things are happening. There's people around, but there's also people moving away.
Okay.
They're definitely not sitting behind the desks talking to each other anymore.
Yes. So I will. And I saw uh, Judas and Thoth by the cages, or did I?
Probably since you saw Judas there summoning two big or too big, summoning a big elemental or spirit rather.
Okay. Um. So yeah, that's probably not the easier way, but uh, I'll lead that way and try and time it so that uh, there's a chance to run through. But I'm I'm not going full out at this point. I'm just staying even with Anna. Uh, you know, more concerned about her getting through than me.
Yeah. So Thuskity, what are you doing?
Once the doors have blown out, I've walked carefully through the shards and made my way over to Dibby and Anna, and I'm probably while Dibby's sitting in Anna's lap, I'm probably putting my front paws up on Anna's knees, trying to like add to Dibby's encouragement for her to leave. I could probably, meowing.
Okay, so there's a bunch of things happening. The first thing that happens is that there's going to be glass everywhere that you're going to have to avoid. Then the burdens come, like some of the burdens in blue come your way, and they open this door, so you don't actually have to avoid that, but you have to avoid these stomping burden legs that are, not intentionally but unintentionally trying to trample you. So that would be a challenge. Now, challenge is basically a fancy word to say you roll a bunch of things, and then at the end I tell you, well, I don't tell you per roll what happens, but I tell you the overall result in the end. So
Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. While Thoth Kitty is winding his way through all of those legs, he trips at least one person.
So actually, no, it wouldn't be a challenge because it's both athletics. It would just be really hard athletics to try and avoid both of them. I think you'd need a superb result, so a 5.
I think he only has athletics of 1.
Well, you could try first analyzing the situation with investigate to set up an advantage for yourself. Basically, what you then do is you roll investigate to find like the best way through, and then you get yourself a +2, and then instead of +1, you have a +3 on your athletics for the next roll. Okay, that wouldn't be enough to
Okay, that was
find
my
your way.
investigate roll.
Yeah, you need at least a fair result, so at least a 2.
Well, is it enough to notice that we're headed towards him?
Sure. Yeah, you do notice that Libby and Anna are heading your way.
Okay, well then can I start winding my way around people's legs to to trip them up so that Thoth Kitty and Anna can get through?
You could definitely do that. That sounds like you're using your athletics to set up an advantage for Libby. I think since everybody panicking, an average result would be enough. So a 1 would be enough to make you succeed. But that's not a 1. You're too nice and too peaceful to try and help doing that. Judas, what are you doing in the meantime?
I was still probably running around and panicking without realizing it.
Well, you come back to your senses when all the burdens are screaming and running into the area where you are.
Was there some
One
kind
of
of
the
spell
burdens.
on them that made them stay calm as long as nothing happened, and then when there was a big bang, then they all snapped out of it?
Maybe you saved them from an evil wizard.
Okay.
So what happens is one of the burdens in blue thinks, I need to stop my captive from escaping the building, and he drags him with the arm and drags him to one of the cages and opens the door. But he shouldn't have done that because now the caged burdens are overrunning him and trying to escape.
Well, that sucks.
Did we just inadvertently organize a jailbreak?
I think so.
Good kitties.
Well, if so, I should probably save him from dying. So I'll jump just on him and make a noise to get noticed.
Well, he's still standing there trying to push them back, but he's basically holding onto the door and one of the bars to try and stop like these people escaping. And they're pushing up against him. For now, he's managing to keep them in there, but he's very busy, and some of his friends come to try and help him.
Well, I don't see any thing wrong here at the moment. The one guy wants the other guys to stay, and the other wants to go somewhere else. So yeah. I don't think that's something that's just needs my attention currently.
No, it doesn't have to.
I mean, let's see what happens. But at that moment, nobody's in real danger, I guess.
Well, our primary concern has to be Dibby, and because Dibby is concerned about her burdens, we need to also be concerned about her. Otherwise, Dibby's going to not be going anywhere.
Well, right now, what it looks like is that when Dibby and her burden arrive here, since there is a lot of blue burdens here, she's going to have a trouble. Unless maybe those blue burdens are, otherwise engaged.
Is my persona still here?
Yeah, she doesn't just disappear, so.
That means she could just pull a bit on the one blue man so he doesn't manage to keep the other ones back anymore.
She could, definitely.
Well then, I think this would be fun.
More chaos!
So, I don't imagine it being a challenge for her to just give the guy a little extra nudge. And before you know, the poor fellow falls over, and burdens are trampling all over him, heading for the metal door.
By the way,
And they can't seem to open the metal door. They try, but it appears to be, well, either magically. Actually, would cats know about keys?
Probably
from
not.
observing, probably.
Uh,
They'd probably think that keys are magic, but
You need one of those metal magic wands to open it. But they obviously don't have it.
why did they not go through the other door?
Some of them do, but some of them think that this door is closer, and this room is filled with more blue burdens and desks that are standing in the way and things like that.
Okay, I'll
Well,
just go on.
I was going to ask if Anna would know to go to the revolving doors that are open rather than through the jail cells, which would probably be locked.
So near the revolving doors, there is also some chaos, since a few burdens in blue are wrestling and escaping burdens. So there's also chaos going on there. I don't know if she would notice that one might be easier.
well, do I see that people are having trouble getting through that other door?
Sure.
Okay. So, change of plans. I'll start leading towards the revolving door.
Okay. Um. So let's see. How shall we do this? Let's say that because you're not just taking care of yourself, any rolls would be on a -2 that you make,
Okay.
because you don't just need to get yourself through, you also need to get Anna through.
Okay.
Right now there's a struggle going on, arms and legs flying everywhere. So normally,
Are they still attached to the bodies?
yes,
It's not that chaotic.
you would need a great athletics to pass through this, but if you want to dash through with Anna, then you'd need a fantastic result. So a 6.
I see. Well, I'm gonna stop for a moment and turn and give Anna a look and put my paw up on her shin, um, uh, trying to get her to like pause and wait for an opportunity, and then immediately after, I'll turn back around and uh, essentially run up to the right to the sort of the one side of the chaos by the revolving door, sort of like right there. Uh, uh, Meow and try and grab attention and distract them.
Okay, so
Like, look at me.
they're not interested in a cat right now. They're either trying to escape or stop somebody from escaping.
Um, hmm.
Wait a second.
Well, I'll try to. Uh, are they standing, or are they? Is there enough of a kerfuffle that people are? Some of them are like partly on the ground.
Um, they're standing right now.
Okay. Um, let me see. I don't think that Dibby
Of course,
would.
you could do something about that if you'd like.
Yes.
Being a cat.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'll try and get underfoot and uh, trip one of the blue people by the door.
Okay, so tripping them would an average result would be enough since you're a cat, but you would risk, getting kicked around a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I realize that. Um, I'm gonna take that risk.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
so that's athletics.
Yeah. Ooh, 9. So not only did you succeed, but you succeeded with style, so you haven't set up an advantage for yourself with 2 free invokes, which are stackable.
Okay. Um, so uh, I will uh, try and uh, once again get Anna's attention and you know uh, sort of look at her, then look at the door uh, and then go back to causing chaos to the side of the door.
So okay, so make an athletics roll. And describe what happens as there's a wrestling mountain of people on the bottom and broken glass, a revolving door that's still revolving.
So as it spins, Dibby uh, uh, just sort of brushes up and taps the back of the knee of one of the people in blue, uh, and it's not that hard, but it's like well timed and it tickles, causing him to like kind of fall over, and she jumps out of the way, then uh, sort of and his falling over, he kind of pulls another person down with him who was just about to get out, and Dibby jumps on top of that person and just kind of uh, prances around in a circle on his back, and from there, bats her eyes at Anna and gestures.
Okay. Roll. Go. Do it.
Okay. What was I looking
Don't
for?
forget to use your 2 advantages, your 2 free invokes.
Okay.
Would bring it up to a 5. That wouldn't be enough, but with a fate point, you might get there.
Okay. So this roll is just to get Anna's attention, or is it to?
No, to get yourself and Anna out.
Oh, okay. Um, well, okay. Uh, sure. Uh, yeah. I was thinking of just using the advantages, giving them directly to Anna, but if I can do
No,
both.
I ruled that you use them for like you roll for both of you, like your stats go for both of you,
Okay.
and your rolls count for both of you. So you with the 6 that you need to make, it's a roll that counts for both of you.
Okay. So yeah, I'll use the uh, uh, advantages of chaos, but since I'm uh, part of the way I'm being distracting is by being too cute for words. Like I'm up in their faces and uh, uh, sort of blinking at them and uh,
I think
using.
what might be more appropriate is that you're trying to save your burden here,
Oh, okay.
since they're
Sure.
not going to pay much attention to how cute you are when they're lying on the ground, busy trying to escape or stop somebody from escaping.
Okay.
But you might, try extra hard because she is your burden and you're trying to protect her.
Okay. So for mommy. Oh. Yeah. Oops.
So yeah, if you use both your advantages and spend a fate point, you can make it.
Okay.
So what happens is Anna runs up, steps on the hips of one of the people lying there. As she does, you hang onto her. What is she wearing? Skirt or trousers?
Skirt.
You put your claws into her skirt, and both of you fly just through like the framework of the revolving doors and land outside. And this seems a great point to take a break.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So 5 minutes.
I'm good at smashing things open.
Yes. Oh. That's just going to-
I'm back. But I'm the
Hello.
only one by the sound of it.
Hmm?
Hello.
Hello. I'll have to take something out of the oven.
Okay.
10 minutes, but will just take like 1 minute.
Sure. No, the rest isn't back either, so take your time.
Hello.
Welcome back. Are you enjoying your story so far?
Yeah. It's fun and chaotic.
Definitely. I loved Mark's suggestion to just blow open the doors in front of the humans.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
I mean,
Welcome
could
back.
have been a drama and emotion and everything, but
I think it was
what
awesome.
what about some action?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think I think it was Mage, the White Wolf game. They have sort of a similar dynamic where you have magic, but you're not supposed to. You're really not supposed to use it in humans, in front of humans,
Yeah,
you know.
this neither.
But there's a skill called blatancy, which allows you to get away with it just by uh, just sort of by misdirection or by uh, you know making people think that it's part of a gag. This seems sort of like that. It's like right out of the middle of like the like a police station. It's super public.
Yeah.
Uh, but who knows how it happened? The
I
you know
just
the authorities just see glass flying, not why. Alrighty.
yeah, I'm getting something out of the oven, then I'm completely up for everything.
Okay.
Be right back.
Well, actually, in that case, I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna grab juice super quick. Alrighty.
Hey, Domino is seriously eating her food this time.
Oh, good.
She's like very into it, yeah.
It's always nice.
For her especially.
Yeah, and she often doesn't eat like that noon meal. You know, waits till night and then demands it. Hi, I've got a kitty. River is on my headrest and shoulder. And she has much to say.
Ah, the stories you could tell about burdens.
We make her live with all of these other horrible cats.
I knew. And I bet they're not accepting that this is her territory, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. They don't respect her authority at all. It's horrible.
So you back, Mark?
Hmm?
Yes, cool. So I guess we're all here,
Okay, cool.
apart from Demi, who's being a slacker.
Mm,
I didn't get any messages from him anymore, so I think he's still having internet trouble.
yeah. These things happen.
Ooh, cool! I made it so small that it disappeared. How can I do that? That was weird. Never mind. Not important. So, Libby and Anna just escaped, but Thuthkity and Judas, you're still inside.
Is there anything high nearby, like a bookcase or a file cabinet?
This space here is empty, except I guess the opened door frame here.
He had already gone through the open door. He
Okay.
was looking for Dibby and Anna and trying to trip people.
Oh, right. So here there's many things. There's desks, there's file cabinets at the side here. There are burdens if you want to climb on those.
A Soth Kitty generally likes to go to the high things like high file cabinets or the tops of bookcases and just sort of peer vulture-like down on whatever is going on.
Well,
Like,
generally you have less chance of being trampled there, so that sounds like a smart idea. Here next to the door are file cabinets that you could easily jump on.
okay, that's what he does. And
Okay.
he'll probably be looking for someone passing by that he can jump on and like kind of ride them towards the door.
Sure. One of the blue people, blue burdens is running past to try and help with the arms and legs that are burdens near the door. Heap of burdens. So he's dashing past, and you could then try and ride him.
Okay, that's what he's going to do. Oh, is that athletics?
Yeah, that would be athletics to hold on. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Ah.
So you ride him to the door, and then you just kind of like jump and glide through the revolving doors, and of course, land gracefully on your feet on the other side.
Yay, good roll.
Mm-hmm. really good roll, actually, considering that you only have an average athletics.
Well,
Judith.
this is his move.
Everybody's out?
Everybody except for you.
I should probably get into that outside world again too.
Definitely.
So, what are the options? I closed the window and the door is open, but there are those nasty glass spikes.
So the window could be pushed open since it opens outwards.
Okay.
So you could try pushing the window open from the inside. Then there is the case of finding the magic metal wand, which may push things in the favor of the escapees and might make it possible for you to escape through the metal door. There's plenty of options.
But how should I find this wand?
I mean, there is a you could use investigate, but there's one of the people in blue is lying on the ground, and they tend to have the magic wands of their own territories.
I'll check that out because last time I tried working with the window, yeah, didn't go so well for me.
Okay. So you easily find the metal ones, but of course they're attached to something.
What is it?
Just attached to his belt. Like they're you can't just take them. You need to rip them loose or pry them loose or something like that. And he's not lying still either.
Okay. My persona is not fit for these small things to do, I guess. So yeah.
She could try. Just depends how good she is in physique and things like that.
Yeah, it would be a problem if it hit the policeman.
If you're trying to pry it loose, it'd be burglary, and if you're trying to rip it loose, it'd be physique.
Yeah, I should. I'll try to rip it away, but yeah, I don't know if it's
say
possible.
it's a good physique for either of you. For you, it would be a good burglary. For her, it would only be a fair burglary, since hands are obviously opposable thumbs and such, easier to get things loose.
I will try myself first. So
Nice.
Ooh, nice, awesome. You guys are great at escaping.
better than going in.
So you just give the thing a yank and happily trot off with the magic ones.
Yeah. Okay,
Now
then
you can't put them in the door yourself, but you could give them to one of the escapees and tell them to.
I'll just go to the metal door and look with my big eyes at those burdens.
You don't need to look at them twice. They say good kitty kitty and take the magic ones, and after a few moments of fumbling and trying, they found the correct wand and open the metal door.
What
You can
nice
escape
people.
to freedom.
What nice people. Okay, then I'll just go out and meet up with the others.
Okay. You are out, but obviously, that didn't go entirely unnoticed. Now there are burdens in blue that are pointing at Anna.
Okay. Um, well, I think that for now we're just gonna all run. Um, but well, I mean, if I can encourage her to run, and then uh, uh, well, I mean, I guess it'd be pretty difficult to distract them, but I'll try.
So, to just escape them by yourselves, you guys would need a good athletics to outrun them. But if you're trying to escape them with Anna, then obviously you'd need a superb result.
Okay. Um,
But of course,
well,
this
yeah,
would be
I'm
distracting.
I'm not as worried about escaping as I am Anna getting away. Getting away. So uh, I guess what I'm gonna do is uh, if she's going to go ahead and run, I'm gonna I'll run interference and
Oh,
attempt to use shaping to be uh, much heavier than I should be uh, when I uh, get in their way.
okay. Well, like before, tripping a human is usually not that hard.
Okay.
There's less chaos outside since there's more space, so maybe you'd need a fair result. But as always, you risk getting kicked around on if things don't go too well.
Okay. And that's athletics again.
If that's what you're trying to do, then yes, fair athletics would be enough.
Okay.
To
So yeah, I'll get under her foot, and as soon as the person is actually falling over, just scramble to the side like uh, uh, uh,
So the good result
like
was
it's
your
nothing.
athletics?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You make you get away without, having any bones crushed or anything. Um and thanks to you, Anna gets away. And the burdens curse at you a little, but they've got more important things to think about. So
Yeah.
there's many more escaping burdens.
Yeah, I think they do.
They really do.
um,
Great.
Exploding doors, escaping burdens. Definitely.
So nice.
Probably ones that have committed real crimes beyond simply being a homeless girl.
Probably the ones that were already locked up. Yeah.
okay, so I'll give the one I tripped an apologetic look and then scamper off.
Like, sorry, bye. So Anna's gonna need a place to stay, of course, because if you go back to the same place, then the whole thing is gonna happen all over again, which would be kind of funny and weird since there's no glass in the doors anymore. But maybe a bit inconvenient.
Okay. Hmm.
What about
Go ahead.
what about that house that we found a while back that we got rid of the ghost in?
Uh, we could try that. The
So
the cat living there might have objections, but we can talk to her.
So I
What
think
was her name?
Thothkady is talking about the woodcutter's house, and you guys know that during some Or was it an hunting house? Something like that. You guys know that during some seasons, Burdens do live there. Let's see if this is one of those seasons.
Well, so there's two different, I think, abandoned houses. There's the one on the far side of the bridge near the mine, and then there's one I think that was in the city that the ghost was in, and there's
So there's three. The one with the
okay.
ghost is a woodcutter's house that's
Oh, okay.
just outside. Then there's Blacktail's house, which is not necessarily abandoned. And then there is, but it is empty of burdens. And then there is, oh no, Blacktail went with you, right? So that's abandoned right now. So there's Blacktail's house. There's the house outside, which is probably warmer, but right now it is occupied. And there's the one near the mine.
And there's the church.
The church?
True. But question is, would she be safe in the church, or would the priest would the priest help her, or would the priest help the people in blue?
The thing is, as long as there are those metal things around the hands, I don't know this as a cat, so I just know that he's always helping people, so that might be a possibility. But we don't necessarily need to do it.
Well, Dippy, it's your burden, so it's your call.
Okay. Well, if I know that people sometimes use the woodcutter's house, I'll try leading her to Blacktail's old place.
Okay.
Because I mean, no one was there for years, right? As far as we know.
True. It's a bit of a mess though, but I guess you can't be picky. So, you lead her. Actually, no. If you didn't want her to be caught, then obviously you're going to have to be very stealthy. So, how do you go about getting her to Blacktail's old place?
So using alleyways as much as possible, and I know the route that I would take, but it's like jumping on things and would be kind of tricky for her. So I'll let me see. Uh, yeah, I'll just kind of take like a modified route and try and scout ahead just slightly with ideally with Thoth.
Okay, so there's a few things you can do here that you might be trying to do. One might be recalling your knowledge of the city to find the safest route. Another would be investigating the area ahead to try and set up an advantage that way. And the third would be sneaking through. You can do all of them or some of them. That's all up to you.
Okay. Well, I'll try and just sneak, but if anybody else wants to do one of those other things to help set up.
Thoth Kitty can use stealth and scout ahead.
Definitely. So scout, you don't have to be stealthy if it's just you. I mean, there's cats walking on the street, but you can definitely investigate the area and determine the safest route. Sure. You managed to plot out a safe route. Do you do anything, Judas?
I'm looking out for blue people that nobody can just come near without me noticing, so I can change the paths that we won't actually meet up with them.
Okay, so maybe you're trying to be lookout, like climb up on a roof and warn. So that would be noticed, maybe.
Actually, I think I would just go a bit ahead and watch the path we are taking.
Okay, well, Tothkidi was already doing that,
Oh, okay.
and he already managed to set up an advantage that way. So doing the same thing would not really help unless you do it significantly better than Tothkidi.
I'm still doing it because I don't think I can keep up with you with the tempo when I climb on trees and all this stuff all the time. Be too exhausted to actually keep up. Was investigate?
Yeah. Okay, so both you and Thothkidi find a decent route together, but you only together set up one advantage since neither of you was significantly better. So there's only one free invoke in total.
Okay. And I'll go ahead and roll stealth.
You get a free invoke from Thothkidi and Judas, and you need a great result. So that would be a 3.
Okay. Let me see. Well,
you need a 4, and this is a 3, even if you
okay.
used a free invoke.
Well, is this another situation where it's for mommy? So
For mommy.
I will give it my all.
Okay, definitely. So there's this like tense moment where like one of the people in blue like just walks around the corner and you just jump up onto Anna and like will her behind the bush and the burden in blue like looks around suspiciously from the cracking, but then decides that it was just the wind
Or
and
the two
moves
other
on.
cats that are there.
Or maybe that. So you make it to Blacktail's place without any further problems. As you go in, Anna looks a bit shocked because of the half-eaten birds on the floor and the weird signs and circles created there.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe we are showing a bit too much.
Yeah. So I just rub up against her reassuringly, and you know, uh, there's
Yeah, she pats you, but it's kind of hard with her hands bound together.
yeah. So I'll sniff her metal things, and kind of pat at them, but I'm guessing I couldn't even like try to like uh, pick the lock because you know how would I know to?
Maybe if you got a legendary result, legendary is an 8, maybe. But yeah, not just like that. You need to do something like amazing.
Okay. So I'll tell the others. I think we need to uh, go grab more wands from one of the people in blue, so that she can so that mommy can free your hands.
Here's a weird question.
Or,
Do you
or
think that
keep going. Sorry.
do you think that Anna would know like another burden who would know how to get those things off?
Don't you know other burdens that can do that? Specifically, your burdens might have those skills.
Say, yeah.
I'd imagine a silversmith would have the tools to break it open in some way.
So the question is, do we try to find the tools amongst their things, or do we take her back to the burdens and
So I
see
don't
if
think
they
you
would
could
be
handle
willing
those
to?
tools.
I'm
It would
sorry,
probably
repeat?
be easier to try and lockpick it yourself, with your nails than trying to use those tools and do it like that. That would probably make the job harder for you.
But if we could bring the tools back, then Anna could probably use them.
She could try. I mean, it'd be a bit inconvenient
Awkward.
with her hands like with her hands tied quite literally, but uh, it would help her more than you, I guess. It'd still be pretty hard.
Okay. So, uh, do you think your burdens would help, or would they just uh, uh, turn her back over to the the blue people?
I don't know. They help stray kitties. I don't know if they would help stray burdens. We could try.
I mean, that's up to you. Like a guess of what you think your burdens would do. Like that's your judgment. And I'll just follow your word on that. What you think they do? What kind of people you think they would be?
I would like to think that they're the kind of people that if a scruffy young woman with a group of cats showed up on their door in handcuffs, they would listen to reason. But who knows? People are strange.
Okay. So what will you do?
Well, if we're gonna try and get them to help, I, I think I think we can lead them. Uh, we can try and lead them here. Uh, they were really your burdens were really grabby before, so they might follow me.
They probably would. I've got a question about Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character. Uh, so is Anna the kind of person, like you said, that she doesn't, trust people or want to ask for help? But is she the kind of person that would be willing to like work with people or like do her share or something? Like if like a burden was to say something like, in exchange for helping out, we will help you to not be homeless or something, would she be open to that, or does she just completely want to be off the grid?
It's definitely something that would be dicey at first, but like if uh, but if things started to go well, then they could easily continue to. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I think that we should try to leave my burdens back here.
Okay. So how are you going to go about that?
So yeah, we'll just head over to Thoth's place, and then I'll jump up to a window and peer in.
Okay. One of the burdens is taking a nap on the couch. The other one is you can't see them, but you can hear them busy working with some silver.
Okay. I'll tap on the window.
Why don't we just go through the kitty door, and I can like do my nudging my burden thing.
Okay.
Your tapping doesn't have any effect.
Okay.
They seem unaware of your presence.
Okay. Well, why don't you go in and nudge them, sort of in my direction, um, and I'll stay right here invisible.
Are you trying to
Okay?
be visible or not? Like,
Visible.
yeah, okay. Sure, you can do that. You don't need to roll for that or anything, Thothkity. Just describe what you do.
Okay, I go up to my burden who's taking a nap, and I assume taking a nap in the big comfy chair. And first of all, I jump in his lap and walk around. And then, if that doesn't disturb him, I crawl up on his shoulder and start licking his hair.
Um, he wakes up and says, "Oh, hi, Thoth." Or I guess he would call you by your burden name, but he says that, and then he notices Debbie in the windowsill, and he calls out to his wife, and she comes into the room, and they look at you, Debbie, for a moment, and then he gets up and walks into another room, and when he's back, he's got one of those awful cat cages.
Oh, okay.
Not good.
They both go outside. So I say, run, kitty, run, or do something else.
Okay. So I'll jump off the window and head like just a little bit towards Blacktail's old place. Enough that it, trying to gauge it so it gives them encouragement to try and follow and catch me, but keeping them from catching me.
So, these burdens are pretty smart, actually. They've had to catch many homeless kitten in their days. if they needed to take them to the vet. So they're trying to encircle you and trying to go at you from both sides.
Okay.
So actually, like going slow, like there's this beautiful balance between not getting caught and not going too fast.
Mm-hmm.
But
Totally.
in this case, it's more of not getting caught and less of you having to be afraid that you're too fast.
Okay.
And I think to keep them engaged all the way and to not get caught, you'd need you need to either deceive or rapport them, and do some athletics as well.
Okay.
I'd say great athletics and a fair deceive or rapport.
Okay. Well, let's start with the rapport, and hopefully that'll uh, give me the advantages to smooth out the athletics, if that's okay.
Sure.
And let me see.
And of course, Judas, are you trying to help her?
Of course, I'll just go behind one of those guys. And then I'll just going to tap one of the feet of them so they actually notice me. So that he will just turn around or something.
Okay, so you're trying to distract.
Yeah.
So that sounds maybe like a deceive. So go ahead and deceive them.
Oh, and would my stunt, "Aw, what a sweet kitty," come into play? It's +2 rapport when using the overcome action on humans.
Definitely.
This really a roll because I just tapped them. So.
Well, I mean, you can tap them, but nothing stops them from ignoring you and just running on to catch Dibby. So to sufficiently distract them, you would need to roll. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So for creating advantage, I'm usually requiring a fair result, so that doesn't make it. But Dibby, definitely, you don't just succeed, but you succeed with style on this.
Okay.
So you get some kind of a small advantage or a boost that you can use on your athletics, maybe.
Okay. So yeah, she's being cute and flouncy in a way that they want to be careful not to hurt her when grabbing her, making it harder to grab her.
Definitely.
Ah.
But you needed the great result. Oh, but you is that including your advantage already or not?
No, that's just the.
Oh, nice. So you managed to lure them with your trickery all the way to Blacktail's house, and there you run in, and
Yeah. And now we can lead a bird into water, but we can't make it drink.
so what actually happens is they see this teenager huddling in a corner, and they go up to her and immediately ask her like, "Oh, are you okay? What's going on?" And she's a bit reluctant, but then eventually she starts explaining and uses like complicated words like vagrancy laws and things that you don't really understand that well. And they talk for a bit and nod, and she explains that she doesn't want to go back there, and They eventually offer to help her out.
Awesome.
And they also put you in the cage.
Okay. Well, I could see that totally happening because Dibby couldn't, getting back to Anna, Dibby really couldn't resist like going up and rubbing up against her, and that would give them an opportunity.
Well, I mean, you would have a chance to roll if you want to escape it.
Oop.
Well, if I think it'll make it make the whole thing go over better, then I'll just kind of take the hit. But if it seems like that it might have the opposite result, then I'll try and get away.
Oh, you didn't know. You've
Yeah.
never been in one of those cages before.
But if Thoth Kitty's burdens knew that Dibby belonged with Anna, would they still want to cage her?
Well, I mean, they were worried about her, that they wanted to take her to the vet, right? And I don't think Anna would object to them taking Dibby to the vet. I mean, you wouldn't see any harm in that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let them.
Okay. You're led away and brought to some other burdens who painfully poked you and tried to put stuff in your mouth and look in your mouth, and after
Okay.
some hustling and
Okay. Well, so yeah, I'll try and charm them into being nicer and be really confused when they insist on continuing to poke and prod.
And after the poking and prodding is done, you're brought back to Anna, and she is now free of her shackles.
Yay! So I will not just rub up against her, but I'll lick her hand as she pets me and just and purr really loudly and just be overjoyed.
Do you think your burdens would offer Anna some kind of a job or something, Thoth Kitty?
Yeah, I think they probably would if they weren't in too dire stress. Did something happen recently that like caused people in the town to lose money, or am I imagining that?
I think you're imagining that. But
Okay.
actually, I have a suggestion that might also involve Judas. Since Judas is the priest's cat, right? So, what if your burdens would talk to the priest for some kind of like lodging, because they know that the priest occasionally gives cheap lodging, and then they promise they'll employ her so that she can earn some money, where it's kind of a team effort, where the priest provides the lodgings for a cheap price, and then they offer Anna some kind of apprenticeships that she can earn enough money to pay for her lodgings and some food.
That makes sense, especially since they didn't try to put Judas in the box because they knew that Judas was the priest's cat.
Do you think that would be realistic, Judas?
It might.
If we're playing the nice
just,
version.
it's pretty hard to lead us from there to as cats to the church, but
It's quite hard to do what?
To point those burdens again.
No, but I'm just saying that this would be something that the burdens would do by themselves. I'm just
if
asking
they
if
think
this
about
is the
it.
kind of story that you want, and whether you think it would be realistic knowing your burden.
Yeah,
So this
of
is not a
course.
story you as cats have to do something. This is just
Yeah.
kind of the artistic freedom that you as a player have to kind of decide.
I would say, yeah, that's pretty much what this all was about. Yeah.
And do you like the solution as well, Dibby? Or Brad, rather?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Then they speak to Anna, and after convincing her for a while, she she thanks them for the offer, and says with a look at Debbie and the fact that she wants to give her better food, she says that she'll gladly accept the offer.
Yay, more wet food.
Red
Well,
food.
not more wet food, wet food.
Wet food. Yeah.
This is new. I mean, you've seen it once at Thothkitty's house, but you never actually got to taste it.
Mm.
So you know, all's well that ends well, one would say, but there is still one unsolved issue that involves Judas. Because Judas has used magic in front of the burdens, and Jezabella is not amused.
Oh no.
She calls you to a meeting, all of you, and she scorns you and tells you to fix it.
Fix the door? The doors are evil.
I don't think it is also out the door.
No, the fact that the burdens saw magic.
They'll just blame it on terrorists.
Yeah, it were those other people, right? Right?
So they might, but they might need a little nudge. And you could use magic on them to try and nudge them in the right direction to help convince them that it was really just a cat that jumped through the two windows that got stuck there, or that it was one of the escaping burdens that did it, or something like that.
Glass breaks all the time.
It was an extremely strong wind.
Or a burst of extremely strong wind.
That
Yeah.
and then something flew in and.
But basically, you guys are
Right.
going to have to fix it some way. However you do, she doesn't care, as long as it doesn't involve showing burdens more magic. But if you the way it works is burdens shouldn't be aware that you use magic. So most grown-up burdens can't see magic, but if something is really unusual, then some of them might think that it's magic, even if they can't see the actual spirits. So this was too unusual, but something that has happened before is like the seekers have used their magic to speak to the burdens in their dreams. There's of course the namers that have controlled burdens, and things like that does happen and is not forbidden. But this clearly blowing out the windows is, well, yeah, obviously not allowed.
Well, we could maybe try and this will be a little bit dangerous, but we could try and sneak something into the cell that would be an explanation of how they managed to
Sure. Would
break
you
the
need
window.
something like that? Would you be able to come up with something?
I don't think we know what's it called? Explosives.
Oh, no, nothing like that. Just like a metal bar or something.
Okay.
Like a rock that could have flown through, you mean?
Yeah, just like some rocks that could be.
A rock is a pretty good idea, to be honest.
Okay.
So
and I'd totally be willing to help because you helped save mommy.
just should go there by night when using. If Saskity helps us, then we can just go through the shadows, I guess. And then we can put a big stone in there together. I think that might work.
Okay.
Definitely, you could definitely try. Big stone might be heavy, and if you're going by night, then it probably boarded up. But
Why would a big
stop
stone
distracting
be
me!
in a building like that?
It must have gotten sneaked in.
Because somebody threw it through the windows.
Yeah.
That's why the glass broke. That's like what
What
you're trying.
about one of those square red stones?
Ga weg!
Um,
Sst.
that could work. I mean, they're
He's trying
heavy,
to
but.
distract me as hard as he can. Like standing like they're like dancing.
Now, can
You
I?
dance over by the camera.
We want to see.
Ja. Ja, doe maar niet. Nee! What the fuck? Okay. No, not a good idea.
Okay. Can I carry things while I'm in shadow form, or no?
I don't know. Does it say you can in any way interact with the physical world? Like, do you take damage from physical things?
I do not.
Ga weg.
So yeah, probably not. Can't interact with anything physical. Okay.
Okay, then no.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could try sort of the same thing that you guys did before, and just wait for them to go in through that door, uh, and sneak by, place the big rectangular red stone where it'll be noticed, and then try and sneak out.
Or you could just throw it in through one of the windows that's still whole.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be easier.
Or like try to sneak through. Maybe it's not perfectly boarded up, or like there's all kinds of options. Just need to do it. Like it's not gonna walk in, put down the stone, and that's it.
Okay.
Could we actually lift it enough to drop it through one of the windows that are still whole? Because I'm mad at that window that I accidentally closed.
Well,
Wait, I closed it.
well, both of you.
Right, sorry
It was
that
a team
Judas
effort.
closed, but I helped. We
Well,
both
you
bollocks
couldn't,
that one.
but one of Judah's spirits might. Because Judah's spirits can interact with the world, and they're humanoid. So throwing
Okay.
a rock through a window would be easy for them.
Okay, the thing is, if I now throw one through the window, they won't think that the first incident was the same because they won't find anything that got thrown in, right?
Well, then you throw 2 or 3 through the window.
If I can throw them as good enough, then it should be a problem. Or I just throw one in through the already broken.
That's boarded up if you go by night, and if you go by day, then there's burdens around, and they probably would look weird if a stone picked itself up from the floor and started throwing itself.
Yeah, I know. I'll know at night.
Well, then it's already boarded up.
Okay. So the main the big glass door is boarded up.
Yeah.
But not the window.
No, the windows are not broken, so they don't need to
Okay.
be boarded up.
And where are the windows?
Left and right of the glass door are windows. I'd imagine that this place wouldn't have any windows for more obviously reasons.
Okay. So like there and
Yeah, there would be one here and one here, and probably some at the back as well.
okay. Let's see. Yeah. So if we, yeah. So if one of your summoned creatures threw a brick through uh, one of the windows in the main station, that would be pretty obvious. I'm thinking. Um,
Well, I mean, not if they thought that these whoever broke the windows came back to do more vandalism.
Actually, yeah. I think this probably might work. It's let's just try this at night, and then let's see what the reaction is on the next day.
okay.
Burdens don't need much to. Grown-up burdens don't need much to not believe in magic. I mean, they try to do it themselves. If you offer them a straw to grasp on, then surely they'll take it.
Okay, then let's do it.
Okay.
So which of your spirits do you summon, Judas?
I think the first one is the only one that's sufficient now for that, because the other one doesn't have a good form for that.
So do you? Which one did you? Are you summoning?
The priest's ones.
Okay.
Is here. So, is there a bigger stone around, or do we have to take one with us from somewhere else?
Sure. There are a few stones in the territory of the snake.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, if I got that one already summoned, I don't think the snake will oppose me. If it does, it's a bit, yeah. Actually, I will just let the spirit go in, take the stone without me when nobody's watching. So I don't go into that territory, but only the spirit, and I don't think the snake wants to attack that one.
I think this snake might try, but you can try provoking it. I'll give you a +2 because you have a spirit around.
Or if you like, I can
provoke it?
try and talk to the snake. I'm
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
feeling a lot
when
more
you say
reasonable
before
now.
attacking the spirit, of course, like provoke it into being scared of the spirit. Like provoke is a general term for like things like intimidation and such. So you want to intimidate it.
Can
I'm
I
guessing.
just try first to notice where the snake actually is? So maybe I can just completely go in with the spirit stealthy without the snake noticing.
Sure, you could definitely try to sneak in. And that would be stealth.
Actually, I just want to know first where the snake is. That's
He's
because
lying
of
under a bush.
okay.
And you need to beat Let's see. He's going to spend a fate point. You need to beat a good result.
Will be pretty hard for me.
Blast him.
But we have fallback things we can do if you're noticed.
Is there must be other stones around, right?
Maybe like small pebbles, but nothing that not a big stone to throw through a window, but there's small stones or twigs.
And I can't make a big stone out of small ones. That's the problem. Yeah, actually, just try to talk to the snake. Can I have a stone?
Well, you want multiple, right? Because you want to pretend that the other ones were thrown in as well.
Yeah, I don't need to tell the snake, right?
So you
So okay, actually, while you're like starting to scout around and trying to figure out where to grab a stone, I'll just kind of flounce right up to the snake and say, "Hi, thank you."
Snake says hiss. You again.
Yes, thank you
Didn't
so
I
much
tell
for.
you not to get onto my territory?
Yes, thank you so much for letting us through before. I really appreciate it. And sorry I
So,
was kind of short before. I was so worried about my mommy. She's okay now. Um, so, but while we were trying to get her free, uh, we sort of created a bit of a mess that we needed to clean up. So that's why we're back. Not to cause you any trouble or to challenge or anything, but just to make sure that uh, the burdens don't get any weird ideas about what happened.
A mess? A
actually,
mess? You
uh,
definitely caused a mess. You said it would be quiet.
it, actually, in the meantime, when they are talking, I'll just take the stones and leave.
Okay. I'll give you you still need to do roll, but if Dibby is successful at distracting the snake, then it makes it easier for you. So if you want to distract the snake, Dibby, you can roll deceive to do that.
Deceive, okay. Because she's so sneaky.
That wouldn't be enough.
No.
You could use your adorableness to knock that up.
Okay, I totally will. Because sure, it's a snake and uh, wouldn't normally be so inclined to care what the cat looks like, but she is too cute for words.
Exactly. So Judas, that gives you a +2 to your stealth roll. Whatever that may be.
Actually, I'm not even trying to be stealthy. I just wanna be at the other place at that time, and just picking up the stones and leave like quickly, without the chance of.
Okay, so that would be athletics then, if you were trying to be fast.
I think it's enough to run away from a snake.
Let's see. Oh no, you needed a great result.
What? How fast is the snake?
Very fast,
flying?
apparently. Fuskity, what are you doing in the meantime?
Wondering if there's a construction site nearby. No, at this point I'm waiting to see what happens, and if the snake doesn't acquiesce to Dibby's cuteness, or if he wants to rile stuff up, I'm ready to be diplomatic and see if I can bargain with him some way.
Well,
But
now is
at
a
this point,
great moment to be diplomatic because somebody just ran off with things that belong in his territory, and they're not running fast enough.
Because the snake is Usain Bolt snake.
okay.
Probably got some wings.
Okay.
You know?
Look, Mr. Snake, we know that we have been regretfully intrusive into your territory, and while we meant no disrespect, we realized that this was a huge inconvenience to you, and for this we apologize deeply. But as you understand, we had to take this action in the time that we took it to protect Dibby's burden. And then there were, as always, complications. However, we do hope that you will accept our sincere gratitude for your allowing us through, and our deepest apologies for any disruption this may have caused you.
So this snake is a pretty amazing snake. If you're trying to rapport against it, because you've promised it things before that didn't happen. In fact, more chaos ensued.
Have I done this?
Well, you guys said
As a group.
earlier that you'd you passing through would make it quieter. Like would make the chaos less at the police station, or the people like running around and doing stuff there. But instead, you proceeded to blow up the windows. So and then like confessed effects escaped, and people came trudging, like burdens came trudging through his garden. So you'd actually, if you're trying to rapport with him, you'd actually need to beat a fantastic result, a 6. That, and he's rolling really well.
Can I use my we're a lot alike thing?
Sure, you could try and relate to him. Gonna have to look up how that one works again.
It's weird. You like trade aspects and stuff, right?
Yeah. Roll investigate opposed by their will. So roll your investigate. And you need to beat, what the fuck? You need to beat a 5. This is one ridiculous snake.
The god of snakes.
He is the snake god, definitely. All these burdens and their cages were nothing. This snake, man, this one's... so...
One snake to rule them all.
That wouldn't be enough, but you probably have an aspect that you can use. Let's see. You're old and wise, so you might have seen many snakes in your day. That you could spend a fate point to bump that up to a 5.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. So normally what would happen is you would get one of his aspects and he would get one of yours. And then you'd get a free invoke on both. But because you have only a partial success, I'd say you only give one of your aspects to him, and you only get one free invoke on that. So instead of swapping aspects, he gets one of yours, and you only get one free invoke instead of the normal 2. So what aspect are you giving him?
I'm giving him peaceful.
So useful.
Surprise, surprise. So you've got one free invoke on that you can use when you're trying to rapport with him. So that would give you a +2 to your rapport roll. Still going to be a tough roll to beat because you need to beat a 6. But it's going to be a bit easier.
Okay. And can I help?
Definitely.
Okay.
You're adorable.
Wait, so can they talk to
I say
him,
since he's
to the
pretty
snake,
heated,
right?
you'd need
Yes,
a good result to help though.
Yeah, Dibby, look cute and contrite.
Okay.
Yeah, go Dibby. Oh, definitely. So since you needed a good result, because this guy was pretty heated, that's not a success with style, but it's still definitely a success. So if you use Dibby's advantage and your own, you can get a +4 on your roll on top of your normal +3. So you'd have a +7, which should be enough to beat a 6 if you don't roll bad.
Well, I just rolled the 5.
Ooh.
Did that not come through?
Oh, yeah, I thought that was actually Dibby's one, but go. Actually, Dibby's one is not necessary. So Dibby prances forward, trying to look cute, but you already convinced this snake. You don't need her cuteness. What do you say to the snake to calm him down? Stop him from molesting Judas?
To be fair, I'm a bit more molesting him in some way. I'm stealing his stuff.
Yeah, but he's gonna bite you. That's what I mean. So what are you gonna say, Thothkitty?
Yeah, Thoth Kitty knows what he's going to say. Aldith is thinking.
Okay.
Maybe we can
Fair enough.
maybe we can
Aldith
offer
is
him something in recompense.
Yeah, that's what I was. This is what I was thinking is that sometimes cats aren't the friendliest to cats, or sometimes cats aren't the friendliest to snakes, and yet you have been an ally to us in Dibby's time of need, and for that we are deeply appreciative. So we could offer you that we would speak for you to other cats and let them know that you have been our ally, and perhaps we could bring you fruit. Or what do green snakes eat? Do they eat fruit and insects?
I am not sure.
Let's say fruit and insects.
Sure.
We could bring fruit and insects to his garden.
Yeah, crickets, grasshoppers, caterpillars, beetles, slugs, things like that.
Okay,
Or we
that's
just,
what I figured.
Well, we just I don't know. I'm busy, so
You're busy stealing his stones to implicate his burdens in some kind of like
Yeah,
stone
so these
throwing
are
thing.
things. Yeah, we could bring him a buggy gift basket in thanks.
Okay, he takes you up on the offer. And you safely make it away with 2 or 3 stones. And throwing them through the window is going to be easy, but maybe you want to make sure that there's no burdens around, using your notice, to stop, you from having to do the same thing, but then trying to erase stones floating in midair.
Whoops.
I thought there were no people nearby.
It's night, but somebody could be looking out their window or walking past.
Night watchman.
I just stay on guard that there's nobody around. I think there's notice, right?
Yeah, that is definitely notice.
So I can use my notice and the notice of my spirit, right? right?
Yeah, definitely. I said yes, but I'm not sure if you heard it.
I didn't.
Ron, wil je dan als je dat doet deze ook neerzetten? Nee, in het hok dan gewoon. Ja, in de doos bedoel ik.
Okay. So the one is a 3, the other one is a 0.
Okay. The 3 is yours, or is it from your?
From the spirit.
Okay, so you don't notice anything, but the spirit waves you back, and one of the teenagers from the neighborhood comes home, a little tipsy, and goes into one of the houses. And once they pass you, your spirit throws the stones through the window, and you guys run off. You knew that there'd be such a geeky side to the cat priest, huh?
Yes. And sorry, Snake, double crossed you again. Oops.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is the end of the story. It was actually a little bit shorter because it didn't involve you having to atone for the magic. But, you know, I couldn't leave that out.
So can Thoth Kitty go back and try to find that little kitten that he was trying to rescue before?
Definitely. You could use your territory to ask around about its whereabouts.
Okay, and maybe Dibby can go with me because she's so unspeakably cute that maybe she could persuade the kitten that it will be okay.
And
Sure.
she also knows her own territory better, maybe. So both of you could definitely try to find it.
Okay.
Meow.
Yeah. Yes, River. Yes. So I should roll territory as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to help find?
Yeah. I mean, it's the area where I usually frequent, but as far as it being my territory, yeah, not so much.
No, neither of you know where the kitten is. A fair result would have done it.
Well, I don't know. Do you think the kitten might have just moved on?
Maybe, but it was very little. Can we go back to where we first saw it?
That area is deserted right now.
We could try and climb up high and maybe from a better vantage be able to find it.
Sure, you could try to investigate.
Okay, well, I will help Thoth Kitty investigate rather than being independent about it.
Sure. A good result should be enough to find it, so if you succeed in helping, then that would be enough.
Oh, okay.
Investigate, was it?
Yeah. And to succeed at the investigate, a fair result would be enough. Judas doesn't really know this area.
No.
How about you, Dibby?
Oh, look, there's a flower. I found a flower.
Dippy turns up with an elderly cat and says, "Is this it? I'm pretty sure it was this one, right?"
No. Actually, it would be awesome if you came with a green cat with brown.
Yeah, like a cat that escaped from a meth lab and turned green.
Yeah. Well, I don't think this is the cat. What?
So, Thoth, you should probably go ahead and roll your investigate because you're better at it than both of us.
Thoth already did it. She got a 1, or he got a 1, so that's
Oh,
not good
okay.
enough.
Yeah, Thoth did not do good.
Oh.
So can we simply do a search under those boards where the kitten was hiding before?
You did, and there was nothing there. It was just a cardboard box, and you push it over, and there's no kitty.
No scent or anything?
Well, you couldn't pick anything up because that was what you were investigating for. Kitty's gone.
Could we maybe go to Jezebella and see if she would be willing to help search for the missing kitten? After all, that's, potentially one of her subjects.
Sure, you could ask her.
Does anyone else have any ideas about what we could do to find this kitten?
I think asking Isabella sounds good.
Yeah. Or we ask the snake.
Yeah, Jezebella.
I think your interpret there. So you go to Jezebella, and she scratches her head and says, "No, I didn't know where, but I'll ask Sable." He calls over Sable, and let's see if Sable knows, because Jezebella rolled awful. Somebody has to roll good on this. Oh, Sable knows.
Yeah, we burned out all the good rolls earlier.
Yeah, and the snake stole them. So, yeah, I mean, Sable knows, and if Jezebella asks him to say, then he won't refuse. That would be not very wise. So, he points you to the garden where the kitten is hiding, and you manage to find it without any trouble.
So Thoth Kitty goes up to the kitten and says, "Hello, little one. We spoke before. I know that you're afraid. It's hard to be small when there's a big world out there. But these are my friends, and they can tell you that we can help you, and there are safe places for you, and you don't have to be alone."
So this
Hi.
kitty does like the cutest, like most high pitched like meow sound, and says, I'm so hungry. Do you have food for me?"
We can take you to food. My burdens have food.
But
All right.
burdens are scary.
Dibby?
Oh.
Here's where you come in. Go.
No,
do
it's
the
okay. I mean, these burdens are pretty.
Not mommy.
These burdens are pretty helpful. I mean, they were grabby once, but it turned out all right.
You know, they only picked me with scary, like, sharp things and such.
Yeah,
Was it nice?
even Dibby knows not to mention, mention all the details.
Go ahead. Do it. Be adorable.
All right.
Definitely. You know, the cute little kitty is totally like calmed down by your adorableness, and like before you know it, it's walking beside you, telling you like stories about little adventures it had, as you're
And
on your way to Thoth Kitty's house.
and in explaining it, I cock my head at a derpy angle, and yeah, it's all over.
This is good because Thoth Kitty was getting ready to scruff the little guy and drag him off.
Uh, so I think that concludes all our cat adventures.
Okay. Well, cool. That was fun.
Next week, we won't be running because I won't be there.
And the week after is almost Christmas.
It's
Yeah.
almost
Probably-
Christmas, and I also have a retake exam then. So all in all, not a good week to do. The week after that is the 30th. So I don't know if anybody has New Year's Eve things then.
Not on the 30th, on the 31st.
One of us is working. I don't think we've decided which one of us is working the 29th and which one is working the 30th. So
Okay, so shall we just take a 3-week break and then start again on the 6th?
Yeah, or we just take maybe other days than the Wednesday.
Well, next week I'm
You're
going to be on
Iceland
holiday,
the whole
so
time.
that's
Yeah.
not an option at all. The week after, I've got a test, and after that, it's Christmas, so that's not an option either. We could do it technically on the 28th.
It's the day
Uh,
when I return
see.
from Germany, so it would be fine with me. I don't know what time I'm back, but I think I fly in the morning, so it should be fine.
Okay. Well, I think we should just take the 3 weeks and start again after the beginning of the year, because Olive and I do cat care for a living, and right around the holidays is crazy busy.
Okay.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'll-
hate
It's
to.
like a smart idea as well.
Yeah,
And then after the 6th, everybody's going to be here again, right? You
Yeah.
both have time then as well?
I'm not sure yet. I'm going to see how the schedule plays out. I'm hoping I will.
Okay.
Actually, it would be great to know as soon as possible what adventure we play.
Well, yeah.
Then because
That's...
we got a lot of time then to actually work on our characters and all the stuff. So
That is definitely what I'm going for. So,
Okay, why don't you guys go ahead and do the pirate thing? And I'll, go ahead and sit that one out and do my own, like do other stuff that I have to get done. And then I can hop in on the next round, if
Okay.
that's okay with you.
The
That way I
pirate
won't hold you
adventure...
up while I'm being, waffly.
So the pirate adventure might take a little longer. I don't know. It's probably a bit of a longer adventure, so I don't know how long it's gonna take. But we could do that, or we could do Wild Blue first, and then just guess if you're gonna be there or not. It's your choice. It's up to you, Eldith. What you want.
can make some kind of one-shot adventure when to pass the time if we play white blue, so you don't really miss something. That's fine with you.
I think I'm gonna say that we either just do Wild Blue or we do Pirates and Demons first and then Wild Blue. Like, not like more complicated things with one shots,
Okay.
because then I also have to create one shots and things like that.
No, you should prep 4 campaigns, and then at the last minute we'll choose.
So it's up to you, Aldith. Pirates and Demons is probably going to be a bit of a longer adventure. So, do you want to take like a particularly long break, or do you want to risk missing part of Wild Blue?
No, I don't want to miss Wild Blue, so you guys go ahead with the pirate thing.
Okay. Sure. And if you want, you can
Oh, and
participate in the pirate thing as well, or participate in alternating sessions when you're there or not. Like, that's fine too.
I would appreciate that, definitely.
So we're going to play pirates, yar. So you
Arr!
guys can think about the during the 3 weeks off that you have about the pirates that you want to be. You do not have to be human. There's going to be a bunch of like different races. This is why it's called Pirates and Demons. And demon is a very in this campaign, it's going to be a very wide like it's not just like the traditional demons. Like werewolves are seen as demons as well, and elves are seen as demons and things like that. Like just anything like unnatural is either like a demon or an angel, or
Okay.
maybe a beast. You know, that's an option as well. But and you guys can be like basically any kind of race.
Okay. So,
The demons in this world do tend to have a human form. So even I don't know, the less the normally less humanoid demons, they'll either have a human form that they can shift into, or can be disguised as such. Like a troll, for instance, doesn't maybe have a human form, but you know, with a cloak, he might be able to pass as sort of a human if somebody's not looking too close.
okay. So I want to get as good a feel for the world as possible.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it's like 1800s pirates or earlier.
Um, so it's I'm not sure about 1800 or earlier pirates, but it's definitely a medieval fantasy world style.
Okay.
Um,
So definitely
Pirates
earlier.
of the Caribbean,
Okay.
but more magic-y fantasy.
Okay.
But there are guns.
Yeah, you
And
can
cannons.
use like a pistol or something. It's not going to be anything fancy, but there's
So
primitive
there's like
weapons.
matchlocks.
What?
Matchlocks?
Doesn't ring a
Oh,
bell. I don't know
okay.
what it is.
So
Probably.
amongst amongst early guns, I guess the progression was first there was matchlocks where you lit a fuse and it would eventually go to the gunpowder and set off the charge. Uh, then there is like dog locks and wheel locks that were a little bit more efficient, but still it took a long time to. But you'd have to reload everything each time, and then it. And then there was flint locks, where uh, you the a mechanism in the trigger actually sparked it, so it is faster. But it's yeah. Never mind.
So
Geekery.
yeah,
Uh,
I definitely say matchlocks would be something that would be exist and would be somewhat widely used, and maybe, you know, if you have like somebody who has really like a lot of resources, they might even have a flintlock.
okay.
So they would both exist, but something like a flintlock would be like extremely rare. Like if you have that, you know, you have the newest gadgets. Like
Yeah, probably probably more of a private. Ooh, happen. More of a privateer working for a government rather
User
than.
disconnected from your channel.
Ooh. Uh,
Who left? Oh, Eldith.
oh, yeah. Looks like it's just us. Uh,
No, Mark is still here.
I'm
oh,
here.
okay. Oh, on the chat. Okay.
You disappeared on the
So
web.
anyway, I won't even worry about flintlocks. I haven't really come up with an idea yet, but I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, like there's some primitive technology basically,
Okay.
and I'll definitely give you guys more information about the world. I can show you some, or I can give you some information now, or I could give it over Skype or both.
Let me see. That would just be like a link or a file or.
No, not a link, but I could like show you like this is what your island looks like, where your home island, because I'm actually making maps for this one.
Oh, okay.
So like things like that, or like tell you a little bit about the area you live in, or just tell you a bit about the world, like type it out, like or speak it out, depending on whether I do it via voice or Skype. That's like how do you want your information basically?
I guess I'm not sure. I guess send it to me a little bit later, and where I can kind of digest it.
Okay.
If that sounds good to you.
Sure.
Okay.
By the way, I'm trying something new where the game will have basically two concepts. Like it will be a bit of a normal, like, hey, I don't know, quest style game where you go places and do stuff and sandbox and whatever. But it also have a hex scroll element where the islands themselves are actually hexes. Like I've got hexes drawn over them, and I've got like random tables and things.
Oh, huh.
Like I've really got, like, this is going to be my best prepared like game ever.
Cool.
I'm really excited
Sounds
for it.
awesome.
Still a lot of work to do though.
Yeah.
But it's already like starting to come together a bit. Looking forward to it. And there's going to be some kind of template setting where you guys get both access to the pirate template and the template of your race, whatever that's going to be.
Okay.
Yes.
And what that basically would do, it's probably gonna give you just a increase one of your skills by one thing.
Okay, not.
Something you can also think is what kind of job you want to have on the ship, because do you want to be the ship's like carpenter? Do you want to be the
I'll be the captain. Nah.
That's up to you guys. If you think like you'll fight over whoever is captain, then we're going to do a captainless setting. And if you like, if nobody's really interested but one person wants it, then sure.
Yeah, I mean, Mark, if you
But
really want to be the captain, I think that's probably.
In this case means spokesman, rather than hey, I tell the others what to do. It more means that you're the one who's going to be, potentially talking with the people from the other things more. So you also need to be into the whole like provoke or report thing if you want to be captain.
Yeah, I mean.
And there's going to be magic. And but it's going to be pretty rare. So you guys can do it, but it's definitely not going to be everywhere. There is, I think, 4 types of magic. There's land and sea magic. Sea magic is still somewhat existent. Sailors use it, but the magical spells that they know are usually of questionable quality. Land magic is more rare. Like most villages of significance have a wizard or maybe two, but it's definitely not something everybody does. Like sea magic is more something like, hey, you know, a common sailor might know a spell or two, but it's, you know, not guaranteed that they actually are real spells.
Yeah, just sort of a charm to try and calm the seas, and it may or may not work.
Exactly. And then there's the two celestial magic. So there's the magic of the angels and the magic of the demons, and they're strictly forbidden. And there are a few people who practice those in secret. But if you get caught using that kind of magic, then you know you're gonna be in trouble.
But if you are an angel or a demon,
Then I think it's still forbidden.
it's just not natural that they do it.
Well, I mean, demons are generally very scary things that, you know, they get either killed for being a demon or they kill others because they're a demon. Not all demon races, of course, but the real like demons from hell demons. And it's not guaranteed that all demons know demon magic, right? It's just you know, the more powerful ones.
Yeah, I'm sure a bunch are just kind of brutes. So, Mark, did you have an initial idea of what you wanted to play?
Um, I thought about something like an angel, but not the boring normal angel that's nice and all, but more of the one of the like fallen angel that's went a bit on a rampage on its own and now is just running around in the world and does whatever it likes for fun.
Okay.
Like if there was a war in heaven, the war was over and it was too boring.
No.
So,
That would be but I've
like,
think
there's definitely been a big event in the past, and I have actually not fleshed this out because it's not that important for this particular adventure. But has been a big event in the past that created that's the reason that like demons and angels walk the earth, and definitely like demons and angels are maybe not in a full out war with each other, but they're definitely not best friends. Like they definitely do fight each other.
yeah. And I played an angel that from his personality could also be a demon actually.
Well, there is such a thing as fallen angels here. But mostly those are like angels that have actually turned into demons, like that they're are turned to darkness. So I don't know if you want to play something that dark, because well then, you know, there, or that you just want to play something a bit in between.
I actually I wouldn't mind playing something like that, but the idea was like I wanna fight and most I don't mind what I fight, but demons are the ones he would like to fight the most. So not
So he's not entirely fallen, like he's not fallen angel in the way that some of the angels in this setting are
a bit
fallen.
like a rogue renegade uh angel. That's just it. Well, what should I call
By the way,
it?
another part of information: you guys are a freshly formed pirate crew, so you haven't sailed the seas before. At some point, you guys, for whatever reason, decided that you wanted to become a pirate crew before together.
Okay, so we haven't sailed at all, or we just haven't sailed together as pirates.
Not together.
Okay.
And if you had a pirate crew before, then you've lost it, or then there's a reason why you're not sailing with it anymore, or whatever.
Okay.
Uh, it's probably just a normal reason why I'm looking for a new crew or just going on a queue. I was bored, and the ones I sailed before are dead. So yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's the high
probably it.
seas. What could possibly happen to your old crew? I mean, surely, surely it's
Fighting demons.
completely safe.
Oh yeah, and something else about the world is pirates are somewhat legitimate. So there's a governing force in the world, the government of the Seven Seas, and they sort of tolerate pirates to a certain extent, unless one really crosses the line, because the pirates are the only ones who are brave enough to gather. I think I called it demon fire. It's a kind of like crystal that's found in the vicinity of demons. And you know, most people are not crazy enough to go near demons, but it's a very powerful feel for magical spells, and has like multiple purposes. You can turn it into like strong weapons and things like that.
Okay. Cool. Well, I look forward. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I guess we should wrap this up if it sounds good to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And I'll give you guys more information on Skype.
Cool.
Yeah, we can stay in contact a bit and make plans and talk about all the stuff on Skype. So we actually are ready to go in 3 weeks.
Definitely.
4 weeks. Whatever it was.
3 weeks. Yeah, I mean, we will have some time at the beginning of the first session to do some character creation, but it would be cool if you guys had at least like good ideas about your character, if you know what kind of character you want to play.
Okay.
I will have a concept to learn.
Okay. So you would prefer that we have the idea in mind, but not the whole character.
You can make the character as well if you want. Like if
Okay.
everybody has their character made, then we don't need to do it. But I want to walk through the characters at least, so that we have them like discussed on stream and people know
Yes.
who's playing what.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, we should like tie backstories together and that sort of thing, because you know that's really part of Fate. But I guess we can do that during over Skype, if you know,
Yeah,
as long as
well,
that's okay with you.
I'm going to use the general Skype group to give you guys more information, and there you can also discuss characters if you want. Like you can already do like everything, and in that case, it's just a simple case of everybody like telling like the stream a little bit about their characters, or we can do like part of thing on stream or the whole thing on stream, as long as like the minimum requirement is that you guys have at least an idea about what kind of character you want to play.
Okay.
And I'll talk to Dimi as well, make sure that he knows everything.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, once again, thank you so much for running. I really appreciate it. And
No problem. Thank you for playing.
oh, pleasure. And I suppose there's the usual in terms of stuff coming up. There there's the usual Saturday night game at 10:30 p.m. There won't be a role playing stream on Sunday. I may do. I may stream a video game like last week I did MechWarrior Online. I may do that again. I'll do something. And I guess that's it. Hasa, do you have any shout outs or
Not really.
Okay. Okay. Well, thanks again. And I'll talk to you both on Skype and see you in, I guess, uh, 4 weeks, right?
On the 6th. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Yeah. 4 weeks.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Bye.